Former Zambian Football Association Secretary Ponga Liwewe expresses concern that the increasing export of Africa's best players to European leagues is contributing to a decline in the quality and competitiveness of domestic football across the continent.
Today, you find that our African players are among the best in the world, right across Europe. If you look at the English Premiership, the likes of Mohamed Salah, Mamouche at Manchester City, and several other African players who are playing for top clubs. I think this is an indication that we are on the right track. Obviously, the biggest drawback is the decline in domestic football because our best players leave the continent, and then what remains is really not the cream of African football.
While Edison Moehiwa, former footballer, agrees that there are challenges. He believes the benefits of African players gaining exposure in major global leagues outweigh the drawbacks, bringing valuable experience back home.
The back pass of the ball to goalkeeper Hashu.
We will have to export our talent for them to go get exposure elsewhere, for them to go get the living that they deserve, our best talents. And we've seen that that's not necessarily a bad thing while we try and develop ours. You just need to look back to make an example of what Colin has gone and achieved in football, but how we are benefiting as a country, you know, coming back to him, not just to coach the team, but also the structures that he's put in and the administration that he's put in with the leagues. And one can only hope that the guys that are now that have maybe 2, 3, 4 years left in their contracts, that they'll come back and have a similar impact.
Former women's football chairperson Monica Shapwa highlights the need for greater opportunities and exposure for Namibian female players, urging the Football Association to implement a structured development plan to nurture local talent.
We are so behind. If you look at South Africa, you look at now we have players from Botswana coming. So now imagine if we can get ladies from Botswana, like Ongos now have a player, African Stars as players from Angola. And we had a goalkeeper now. When the South African League saw her playing in Namibia, she's now in South Africa, she's from Botswana. So we need to create that and understand what is it that other countries are doing that we are not doing. But if we don't sit as an association, create a blueprint, put up a structure for development, we will just say, if we make stripes, we make stripes. And it's not getting there.
Sport journalist Marco Ndlovu is optimistic, stating that African leagues have the potential to become stronger and more attractive, encouraging top talent from around the world to play in Africa.
Our political leaders can see the value that the British put in their football and put the same effort, even half that effort, even a quarter, our leagues will be very competitive and we'll be able to attract players to come and play here. We already see that in South Africa where they have all these Colombians, South Americans, and they have even players from Europe coming to play that is in South Africa. We've seen it in the Egyptian league as well as the Moroccan league and the Tunisian league. We can do it as well as long as we put our mind into it.
No precise figures are unavailable. The number of African players competing in Europe's top leagues has increased significantly in recent years. A new generation of African footballers is making a lasting impact internationally, captivating fans with their skill, flair, and passion for the game.
Musa